Ladies and gentlemen, today we are solving question 53, insert interval. You are given an array of non-overlapping intervals, where intervals I equals start I, end I, represents the start and the end of the I interval, and intervals is sorted in ascending order by start I. You are also given an interval, new interval, equals start end that represents the start and end of another interval. Insert new interval into intervals such that intervals is still sorted in ascending order by start and intervals still does not have any overlapping intervals. Merge overlapping intervals if necessary. Return intervals after the insertion. Note that you don't need to modify intervals in place. You can make a new array and return it. Wow, that question was a mouthful. And it's so nice and bright out today. It's so sunny. I love it. I am in my new place right now. You see my new setup in the back. Whole lot of nothing. All right, enough about me. Let's do this question, right? Okay, so for this question, we need to iterate through intervals and put all overlapping intervals in one list and non-overlappers in another. So we're basically separating the intervals that overlap and the ones that don't overlap. And then we will insert new interval into overlapper list, into the overlapper list, and then we will merge all intervals into new interval. So we're gonna make a new interval from all the overlappers by merging them all together and creating a new interval variable. If, and then we will only do this if there is overlappers. So we would only do these steps if there is overlappers. Else, if there's no overlappers, or no, not else, we'll do this regardless. So we're gonna always do this. So we're gonna insert new interval into non-overlappers list. And then after we insert it, we wanna sort by X, or as the question calls it, start I. And then we just return that list as the answer. And the runtime here would be O of n log n because of the sort function. Sort function is in n log n and the iteration is just n. So it's gonna reduce to n log n, and then the space is going to be just n, because we iterate through the intervals and we only store the overlapping and non-overlappers, so just n. So let's get right into the code. So we're gonna need an overlap list. We're gonna need a non-overlap list. All right, let me just do it like this. So I'm gonna call the non-overlap list answer. So we're gonna iterate. We're gonna iterate over intervals, and then if xi So this if statement basically finds if the interval is overlapping. So if it's overlapping, we will add it into the overlap list, which is xi, yi. So if it's overlapping, we'll add it in there. And if it's not overlapping, we'll add it in answer. Okay, and after we're done, we're gonna check if there's overlappers. So if overlap, then we will insert new interval into overlapper list. Overlap.append new interval. Oh my goodness. Merge all intervals into new interval. So we're gonna need a new x variable, which is the min of interval. We're gonna grab the x So for every interval in the overlap list, we're going to grab the x and find the min of it. And we're going to do the same for y, but this time it's going to be the max. And then our new interval is now the min and the max of the x and y's. And now, after we finish merging, we want to insert new interval into non-overlapping list. So answer.append new interval, and then sort by x, and then return that. So we can just return sorted, answer, key, and the key, sort by x. Runtime and log n space time O of n. Let's see if it works. It works. Submit. There you go. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked my solution. Maybe I'll revisit this question if I can come up with a O of n solution. This was my intuitive solution. It took me quite a while to figure out this question. I couldn't even upload it in time yesterday because it was a very hard question. But I'm glad I figured it out, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.